Hello.
How are you?
I really don't believe you care.
Okay.
Yes, unfortunately, I don't know if I really want to deal with you because in the past, you've given me incorrect information, not been accountable. This is why I'm trying to elevate to the assistant sheriff and the sheriff. I still have not gotten the meetings that the assistant sheriff said he was going to get back in contact with me, with either him or the sheriff, nor Mr. Nico in legal, who I've, still am trying to follow up for, the information he sent me that I don't believe is correct. Will I ever have any due process here?
What, do you have a list of items you'd like to meet about? Or you just have a meeting, you would just want to have a meeting? Do you have an agenda?
I believe my agenda has been the same that it was in the 11/27/12 meeting, having my legal rights enforced, having my medical rights enforced, all by the people who are supposed to be there to serve and protect, which hasn't happened to this date.
Well, as you know, that meeting did occur, the one in the sheriff's office you're referring to, correct? So
Yes.
it was well documented, and we made every effort to...
Except walking me across the street to ensure that I got my medical care, correct? So you didn't make every effort.
We made every effort to ensure your rights were...
Yes, thank you, but I believe the video shows that all efforts were not made. As a matter of fact, when I followed up with the sheriff, he sputted into the fact that you guys had offered to walk me across the street when that was a lie based on the video.
Okay.
So I still, like I said, don't feel that you're looking out for my best interest given the past, given the way I've been maltreated by you and everything else. So would you please pass the message to the assistant sheriff and the sheriff that I'm still following up, seeking a meeting, to go forward, and the same thing with Mr. Nika. And that I will continue to come in until I get those meetings, and if I don't, well, the YouTube audience will know just how it works or doesn't work. And after all these videos that I have, I think they're beginning to learn how it doesn't work. But I really, really thank you for everything and the opportunity to document.
You're welcome.
It's unfortunate that people have to go through this, with their own law enforcement, which is supposed to be there for them, but has never been there to protect my rights. The illusion is wonderful. The proof is on YouTube. Let's hope the world realizes what a sham all this is. But I will continue to point it out. So have a nice day.
You too.
Thank you. Please tell them to contact me via email as soon as possible, and if they can't, well, I will continue to come in, for years if need be.
Very well.
It's not like I'm the failure, sir. Thank you. Well, folks, as you can tell, it just continues. Doesn't seem to matter, does it?
Just wait for me.
Well, I figured you might be following me again without reason. More intimidation, more bullying, the usual, that the only thing I seem to receive from the sheriff's office as opposed to help or decency or humanity or civility.
No, I'm not following you without reason. I just want to make sure that,
Yes, you just want to make sure that what, sir?
that you get out of the building just fine without causing any disturbances on any other floors.
Disturbances?
Yeah.
And how do you define a disturbance?
You know what a disturbance is.
Yes, and I also know what non-performance. I also know what fraud is. I also know what law-breaking activity is, and I'm so glad that I'm documenting it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes, as you can see, it's not about doing the right thing. It's about following me, intimidating me. Oh, such high morality at the sheriff's office. Isn't it absolutely wonderful? And mind you, I've got a signed confession. Do you really think I'm going to go away? I have proven how the system not only does not work, but you can't hold them accountable even when you prove they've broken the law. Go to my own private Guantanamo.com, look at the paperwork, and realize it's 2014. The confession was signed in 2007 after they illegally had my case dismissed in federal court in 2003 with test of lying and fraud. Case number CO23485PJH. Yeah, well, some things never change, no matter what the illusion is years later. What can I tell you? Isn't it wonderful? So he was concerned about me, causing a disturbance or disruption somewhere else, I guess he's not worried about how disrupted my life has been due to their ineffectual non-performance. Well, it's a wonderful illusion.